What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in today's video, there was a lot of news that we're going to be covering that was revealed today at news time, and just some of the stuff that we were kind of expecting was going to happen, but also information on a brand new update that is also coming. Unfortunately, this update for Global is pretty bad in terms of what it really provides. I mean, it's bad in comparison to what JP are getting. JP, we already know, are getting version 11.2, which is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest update in terms of quality of life in so many different facets, and Global's getting 11.1, which doesn't really bring a lot to the table. And it's just weird, because, you know, we are supposed to be reaching a point soon where we're going to be having debut content on Japan and Global at the same time, and we don't have the same update as them, so that's a little bit concerning. Not too sure when that's going to be occurring. Hopefully we get it soon though. I really hope that does arrive, because that update is absolutely amazing. So let's jump into the news today. Let's actually scroll all the way down to the bottom and start from there, because if we scroll up here, we see that there is a brand new Onigashima login bonus. So throughout the month of November, there is going to be this login bonus that gets us up to 30 rainbow gems. Every day you log in, you get access to a gem or two, and then on the last day you get 7 rainbow gems. So, you know, 30 free gems just by logging in for 15 days. Definitely a really good thing. You love to see that. Nothing really wrong with that. Next, it talks about the plan to raid Onigashima. This is the brand new free-to-play event that's going to be here actually for not that long, and it's only here until November 9th. I thought it was going to be here for a bit longer, but this is one of those events where you use the new badge characters. It's a point farming event. You know how when Bonnie came out, we had the Barto and Cavendish, you know, very similar to those types of events. So you can see that if you clear it for the first time, you get 100,000 berries added to your bounty, which is great, and you can get access to the Denjiro as well, which we did talk about in the King and Queen batch breakdown video. If you guys want a little bit more information about what that character does, he's a pretty decent free-to-play unit actually, and it just talks about the characters that are going to be boosted in terms of what you can actually get as well. So you can get a guaranteed legend, you can get rainbow gems, stamina meats, Denjiro himself, of course. These are what you can drop. That'll give you certain amounts of points. And then there is the boosted list. So you've got King and Queen as the highest point boosters. You've got the 2 rare recruits in Kanjuro and Orochi. But then also the free-to-play Denjiro that you get in the event is also a 1.25 point booster. And there's an array of 1.1 times point boosters as well. You got Whitebeard vs Shanks, which is pretty good. You've got Marco, Germa 56, or Mugiwara 56, Sanji, should I say. All the Mugiwara characters are here. But you've also got like the other free-to-play units, like there's the Arena Mihawk, there is Pirate Rumble Cracker, the free-to-play Rumble Rayleigh, the Sea Monster. There's a couple of units you can use, and of course when this event does drop, I'll bring you guys a video regarding it as well, and that will be debuting tomorrow as of this video going live, along with the Sugo Fest, and we will be live streaming the Sugo Fest as well, so make sure to come over at news time. It's going to be a bunch of fun. Hopefully we get some good pulls, but we'll talk about the update in just a moment, because the update's actually kind of big. Now this was actually revealed like a week ago. This was just talking about like the new like monthly gem packs, I believe. I hope that these reset like once per month, because you see this top pack here, you get 60 gems and 5 Kizuna potions, and you can purchase it 5 times. That's really good if you're the type of player that goes to like that likes to go hard on Kizunas. That's a really good pack. I mean, the rest of these are pretty bad. They're just like regular limit break packs for certain colors. Like they're just kind of average, honestly. They're pretty bad. And then it does talk about there will be a rainbow gem sale for when King and Queen debut, but the gem sales are like pretty bad though. Like they're just the typical ones that we know. It's the 98 gem packs. You get a support medal, and you also get a guaranteed skill up book, and like it's just they're too expensive, and they don't really give you that many gems. Like you're paying however much it is for not even 2 multis. Obviously you got the discount multi, which will count, but honestly, with the way that things are going, we know that we're relatively close to New Year's at this point. I think it would be a very wise decision to avoid pulling on King and Queen Sugo Fest. If you want to be pulling on any Sugo Fest in the coming, you know, weeks, it would probably be Toki, right? Toki debuts on the Kizuna Sugo Fest, and she's really good, but she also debuts on a really good banner that will also have Ace and Sabo still available. Fire Tank Pirates will still be available. That banner does seem pretty crazy, so that's probably what I would advise you guys to be waiting for. But anyways, let's go ahead and scroll up and see what else we have revealed here today, and that is just the fact that, you know, this Sugo Fest is going to be live. It does mention here 10% chance for a legend, which is the same as Japan, and it does further go on to say that 30 legends will be available on part 1. It does mention it here somewhere, yeah, down the bottom here. It does mention 30 legends are available for part 1, and that 20 legends are available for parts 2 and parts 3, meaning that, you know, the rate to get any individual unit is the the same on any regular Sugo Fest on parts 2 and parts 3, so 0.5% chance to get king or queen on their given part. However, because there are 30 legends on part 1, it is overall less chance to pull king or queen specifically, but if you combine the rates of king and queen, you do have a higher chance of pulling one of them on part 1, so that's the way that it will kind of go. And of course, with the way that this event is kind of structured, the part 1 of the Sugo Fest does debut on the 26th, which is tomorrow as of this video going live, and then part 2, where king is further boosted, is on the 28th, and then queen is further boosted on part 3 on the 30th. I really don't like the fact that they're separating these banners by like 48 hours, like that's actually terrible. All 3 of them should be available at the same time, and I believe all Sugo Fests will actually have a discounted multi. Yeah, all of them do have a discounted multi on part 1, so you can do that if you want, but as I said, I would highly advise skipping it, because, I mean, we're getting very, very close to the end of the year, which is when big celebrations will be occurring, okay? But, you know, there's nothing really too surprising at this point in terms of, like, the structure, because we already know the structure. I just can't believe that. Like, how many steps are a guaranteed legend or a rate boosted character? It's just terrible. It's just so terrible. Not a fan of it at all. But it does give us actually a bit of information as to what characters are actually available in this Sugo Fest. We can see with part 1, you got a bunch of units here. You've got Quick Whitebeard, you've got Green Sabo, King and Queen, of course, Jewelry Bonnie, Gecko Moria, V3 Blackbeard, you've got Magellan, the Blue Magellan, you got Blue Kaido, Zorajuro, Kaido versus Big Mom, Sweet Generals, Luffy Sanji, Wano Law, Sugar, Dex Kid, Charlotte Katakuri, which I believe is the Int one, Mihawk and Perona. There's a decent amount of characters here. It's not too bad in terms of the boosted list. Not the most broken, but there's a couple of good units in there for sure. Remember, though, that Green Sabo will be getting a Super Evolution. I believe he is the next character to receive a Super Evolution. So if you do get Green Sabo, you should be happy with that if you don't have him. If you do have him, though, obviously that's going to be cool that he's getting his Super Evolution. He does get quite the buff, actually. Scrolling down, though, part 2. So remember, part 2 is where King is available, and it's on the 28th. See, Quick Whitebeard is also available, but Whitebeard versus Shanks is going to be on part 2 as well. Gecko Moria, V3 Blackbeard, Magellan, I think that's green, that's not Green Kaido, I think that's Blue Kaido actually. Sweet Generals, Luffy Sanji. So a lot of the characters from part 1 are actually on part 2 as well. And then on part 3, you've got the Int Marco, and also Jewelry Bonnie is there. So that's really annoying that Marco and Whitebeard versus Shanks are not on part 1. That's pretty triggering, actually. I hate that that's not the case. That really, really sucks. But, of course, as we've already established, it's probably a good idea to just skip this banner anyway. But you can see the characters that are boosted. The rare recruits are the same boosted on parts 1, 2, and 3, which is nice to see at least. You've got the new ones with Orochi and Kanjuro, which are not very good rare recruits anyway. But you've also got Killer and Zoro. Killer and Zoro are very good rare recruits. Scratchman Apu is okay. Then you got Sengoku, which is, I believe, is that the blue one? It might be the blue one from the Ace and Akainu batch. Gukimaru Leo, Caesar Clown, Emporio and Vankov. Okay, the Lady Alvida's okay. I mean, there's not bad. Okay, these characters are okay, but, you know, obviously it's the legends. The legends are the big thing here, and there's a lot of available legends here. So just, you know, take it as it is. I would advise to probably not pull, but remember, I'm pulling so you guys don't have to, okay? Hopefully we can get our hands on at least one of them tomorrow. That would be best case scenario, but I'm not holding out. I'm not expecting anything, but I'll probably go to 5 or 6 multis. I mean, the 6 multis is a limited pool legend. If we get really lucky, we might stop, but yeah, that'll be it anyway. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we get some good luck. But now let's go back and have a look at what this version 11.1 update is all about. So this version 11.1 update, when I saw it, I already knew what was going to be happening with it. I was holding out hope that they were maybe going to bring some of the quality of life updates from Japan's 11.2 update to here. Unfortunately, that is not happening. So we can see that the friend invite campaign is here. Invite your friends into Treasure Cruise and you get rainbow gems together. So you'll see that there's going to be a new button to invite your friends, and you can send your invites to your friends via social media or mail. So it gives them a link to download the game, and it says 14 days after starting the game, chance to level up a special is 100%. So this is for newer players. So for newer players, for the first 14 days of their account, they get 100% chance skill up, which is good. It obviously helps out those newer players to level up all the skills. You know, they can farm up content and max out the skills of all their characters as quick as they possibly can. That's going to help them out for sure. And there's also going to be friend missions. So the people that you invite into Treasure Cruise, if they fulfill certain conditions, both players, I believe, will be receiving huge amounts of rewards. So you can see here that if you invite your friend and they clear their friend missions, you and your friend will both get the rainbow gems. The friend invite limit and rewards, depending on the number of friends clearing their friend mission, you can invite more friends. Okay, so initially you'll be able to have an invite of 3 as your limit, but then you can see here that the amount of gems that you stack will actually get pretty crazy, right? So essentially, if you have all of these people coming through with up to 30 friends and they're all completing all of these missions, you are able to receive up to 310 rainbow gems. But of course, that is relatively difficult to do because some of the missions that they require you to do involve clearing the beginner and the intermediate chopper man missions, which is not overly easy to do, especially if you're a brand new player coming into the game. And I know some people out there are just going to reroll accounts, invite their rerolled accounts or whatever it is, and then work on a secondary account to work on these missions. And that's something you can do. It's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort, but if you are a free-to-play player, that is a relatively decent option to hoard a decent amount of rainbow gems. It does take quite a while to stack all of these gems up though, but just letting you guys know that that is a valid option, and you can go ahead and invite anyone that you want to start playing One Piece Treasure Cruise, and as long as they're completing these missions, both the new account and you will both be receiving these awesome rewards. So make sure to go ahead and get inviting all your friends into Treasure Cruise. But that's pretty much it. I mean, like, there's nothing really too crazy. That's literally all 11.1 update is inviting your friends to play Treasure Cruise, and there's rewards for both you and the players that you invite. So unfortunately, not a really good update in my opinion. I'm really hoping that there's another update potentially in late November, early December, to bring some of those quality of life updates that Japan recently got announced to global. You can see here that November 2nd is when the update will be occurring. November 1st, 1900 PST until 2:30 in the morning, November 2nd is when this update will be appearing. They do also mention added new features for characters. I don't know exactly what that's referring to. And added a daily material acquirement quest, adjustment of daily requests for Chopman missions, so I'm not really too sure what they're doing with that. Tutorial is being renewed, not too sure exactly what that's talking about either. And that's pretty much it. So it's a pretty basic update. Was really hoping for a bit more, but it is what it is. Really looking forward to the King and Queen Sugo Fest though, and that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So make sure to come over to the live stream. Of course, there's always linked down below in the video description if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. It's going to be a bunch of fun. So that is going to wrap up this video today. Thank you very much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.